Good afternoon, fellas, and welcome to another video with me, Vince, at Modern Man Lifestyle. Thanks for joining. So, today's going to be a reasonably short video, but we're going to be talking about the intricacies of texting, specifically online dating, but this can also apply to day game approach, a girl's number you got, or a girl's number you got from the bar, or whatever. So, when you're texting girls, what you're trying to really establish is this girl interested in me? So a lot of the times you'll match with girls, or they'll send you a like on Hinge, or vice versa. And there's going to be a certain percentage of them just don't reply or are not interested. That's fine, is what it is. Then there's going to be the ones that reply, but they don't give you much, one-word answers, or, they don't ask you any questions. And you're, really trying to, start the fire a little bit, start to get things going, and it's not much going back. And then there's the girls that give you content, they ask questions, they're keen right off the bat. So you have to try and establish which categories girls fall into, and then how much effort to put in based on that. So let's just talk about the girls that you match. Every girl that you match with, they have obviously met some type in your mind that you've swiped right. And similar, if you've approached a girl during the day in a coffee shop or in a bar, you got the number. So I would recommend you always message a girl you've matched with or you've got a number of. You never know where it will go. Always message. The ones that don't reply, they don't reply, and that's it. Doesn't matter. Don't waste energy on girls that aren't replying. The next type of girl is the girls that give you a message, and everyone's had this online. Any guy's had this. Like, you message a girl, you maybe say something funny, or you comment on something on her profile pictures, and she's like, haha, yeah, cool. I don't know. Bullshit. What I would do in that instance is I would send the first message. She gives nothing back. I would then give a little bit of content about myself. So she has a funny photo. You comment on the photo. She's like, haha, yeah, it was really fun. Doesn't ask you anything. Doesn't ask any more. Fine. The next time you message, say, oh man, I've had a crazy day. Been out in the sun. I'm really tanned. Or, man, I've been looking after my friend's dog today. It's been so much fun. Give a little bit of content about yourself, and then say something like, how's your week going? Or how's your weekend been? Or anything exciting planned for this weekend? So what you're doing is you're going to give content to her so that she could be like, oh, what kind of dog your friend got? Or which park were you at today? Or what beach were you at? That gives it, like, she's not having to act too hard or dig too deep to give you some type of response to that, which is important because you want to leave the door as wide open as you can, because girls aren't going to put a huge amount of effort in. If at that point she doesn't respond to what you've said, so she doesn't mention about the dog or the park or the beach, whatever, she doesn't ask you any questions, and she says week's been good, and doesn't ask you any questions, at that point, unmatch or stop texting. She's not interested, and you're just flogging a dead horse. It's too much effort. You've given a couple of chances. Some guys might even try a third text with a bit more content, try and get sent over. You can do that if you want. I just wouldn't waste my time. At that point, I'm like, you're gone. I'm out. Finally, what you're going to get to is you're going to get the girls that reply, that are quick to reply. They give a lot of context. They ask questions. These are the girls that are interested in you. So whatever they've seen from you, from the bar that you got their number from, or the online dating profile you have, you've done a good job, and they're already on board. It's so much easier to focus on these girls than the kind of wishy-washy on the fence girls. Now, what you might find is the quality of girls that you want are the ones that are on the fence or not replying. And look, every guy has that. You have to understand that these girls are getting battered from Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, all day long. So don't beat yourself up and think, well, I'm not good enough. The fact is that they've so many options, they don't know what to do with themselves. The point is, you want to get yourself in the position where the girls you really want are at least on the fence, so you've got an opportunity, or at least are interested in you. So, and I'll go into this in other videos, but what does that include? That includes things like smashing the gym, getting in shape, buying better clothes that fit you better, getting in style, haircut, beard, teeth, improving your finances, improving your game and your chat, and your charisma, all of those things. But anyway, going back to that. So let's say now you've matched with 100 girls, 50 straight off the bat and reply, another 30 are wishy-washy, and you've got 20. Cut that in half straight away because stuff will come up. But let's just say you've got 10 girls who are replying to you on various different apps, and they're talking about, you know, they're asking you questions, they're giving you good content, they're smiling, laughing, emojis. That's awesome. Focus on those girls. Even if they're not exactly the girls like level you're going for, it is good practice. You should be at least going on a couple of coffee dates, a couple of drinks dates, really building your confidence, building your understanding of what you like in a girl, and building up your overall experience. So what I would do in that sense is I would look to message between 5 to 10 messages on the dating app, and then look to get her number. In the UK and Europe, that would be WhatsApp. In America, I don't know, maybe Facebook Messenger, unsure. But you want to get them off the app, and then within a couple of messages on your WhatsApp or your Facebook, whatever you want to set up a date, whether it's coffee or a drink. Now, many girls or some girls might give you a lot of attention, and they might say they want to meet up with you, they might get a number, but there's also going to be a flake rate. So we're coming to the end of this little video, but essentially, the couple of rules you got to understand for girls. So you've got the rules in place now for when you've got the online dating or the number, and that's essentially girls don't reply, you're gone. Girls on the fence, you give maybe 2 or 3 different content and questions, and if they're not playing ball and being more expressive, then they're gone. And finally, you got the girls that are interested. I've had girls that act interested, but then when it comes to actually getting on the date, they are flaky and all that bullshit. So there's like a 50% chance a girl's going to flake on you, even if she says she wants to go on a date with you. So how to essentially filter the good ones from the bad ones. Some will flake and they have a good reason and they actually want to see you. A lot of them are just looking for your attention and validation with no intention of pushing that towards a date. And look, for women, they love attention. They can feed from attention. They don't need to meet a guy for coffee, drinks. They don't need to have sex with them. They don't need to move it forward in any way. For us, it's fucking pointless. There's no point in us meeting up with texting girls for long periods of time without meeting up with them. For men, we don't get anything from that. So I'll give you 2 examples that happened this weekend. Both girls I spoke to on Bumble. Both girls had a date arranged with me on Saturday. Both girls flaked. One girl was like, "Oh, I've had a migraine. Can we rearrange?" I instantly just deleted her number and moved on. I was like, "No, she's taking the piss." The second girl was like, "I'm so sorry. I've had a mad night at work. I really want to meet you. I can do Sunday at this time, Monday at this time, Tuesday at this time." So straight away, I was like, right, well, one of them's wasting my time, but the other one, she really does want to see me. She actually has a valid reason and is suggesting alternative dates and times. That's the main thing. If you ask a girl out for a drink and she says, "Oh, I'm so busy," but then tries to keep the conversation going, she just wants your attention. She doesn't want to meet you. Get rid of her. If you ask a girl for a date and she gives you a shit reason and doesn't ask any questions, get rid of her. She's not interested. If you ask a girl for a date and she says yes, great, you go for the date. If she says no, but offers alternative times and places and dates, perfect. She is good. She wants to. However, slight caveat, she gets one chance at that. So she flakes on one date, says, "Oh, what about these dates?" You go on a date, those dates. If she flakes again, that's it. She's out. Now, some of these seem quite harsh. Some girls might be like, "Oh my God, that's so harsh." You don't have time for this bullshit. When you're leveling up your life as a guy, you're getting in shape, you're getting your money right, you're getting your chat and your charisma well. You don't have time for these bullshitters. You don't have time for these time wasters. There's plenty of beta douches that will give them validation. That doesn't need to be you. So, fellas, follow these steps that I give you, and I swear you will stop wasting so much time on girls that aren't interested, flaky, attention-seeking girls, and you will start to get down to the good stuff, which is the dating, the drinks, the coffee, the sex, and all the rest. Anyway, thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you in the next video.